Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, and furthermore welcome back to yet another exciting Dungeons & Dragons miniature review. Today we're taking a look at the sea lion from Dungeons & Dragons Nolzur's Marvelous Miniatures. This has to be an older one because I've never seen blander packaging. It's not as exciting as it usually is, but it's like loose in there. Look at this. It's so loose in there. But you get the sea lion, and you get like a little diorama sort of Terran piece. Now it doesn't come with a base for this all to sit on, so I'm hoping that one of these little black bases that I have here will do the job nicely. But there is the box, pretty bland. It just says that it's a sea lion. It says that it's from Dungeons & Dragons Nolzur's Marvelous Miniatures. It's got this weird kind of red textured backdrop here, and in the back there's no image of the figure painted. So, you know, if you wanted to know what this thing looks like, how it should be painted, you don't get to know. But I'll flash a picture on screen real quick here. But yeah, that's what the monster looks like in-game. Dungeons & Dragons Nolzur's Marvelous Miniatures are highly detailed figures primed and ready to paint out of the box. Featuring deep cuts for easier painting, these miniatures are packaged so that you know exactly what you're getting. Features characters, monsters, and scenery from the Dungeons & Dragons universe. Minor assembly required, pre-primed and paint ready, may include translucent parts, and universal Terran pads can be swapped between figures. But that pretty much wraps up the packaging for this Dungeons & Dragons Nolzur's Marvelous Miniatures Sea Lion. Pretty interesting looking monster if I do say so myself. But with that being said, I'm going to take a few days to sling some paints and get this guy looking pretty cool. Don't go away, there's more figure review to be had. Alright, here is the sea lion, otherwise known as the sea cat, all painted up and put together, and I really like how this one turned out. It was a very simple paint job actually. It was just a light green that I dry brushed with a dark green wash to get in all those nooks and crannies, and then everything else was just painted on top of that, and I think it worked out quite nicely. Anyway, turning around the figure here so you guys can get a look at everything. I even gave him like an injured eye there. To kind of make it unique, you know? How many sea lion figures are you going to see that have an injured eye? Maybe this eye got injured when he was fighting another sea lion or just some other creature. Maybe he got into a pretty epic battle with an adventuring party. But I like the pose on this thing. It's pretty dynamic. I like how he's holding himself up on one of his hands, and then he's roaring at you, or he reaches for you menacingly. Pretty cool, and pretty awesome looking creature design. I don't know anything about this. I tried looking up this monster, but there's not really much about this monster. I guess we'll bring in another kind of sea monster type creature to compare this thing to. The only one that I have, which is the aboleth, and you can see the two next to one another. But yeah, I like how this guy turned out. He's pretty cool. But I guess we'll go into some proper size comparisons with this guy to some other miniatures that I have painted. First up for comparison, here is the sea lion next to the Dungeons & Dragons diving griffin. Next up for comparison, here is the sea lion next to Critical Role's Naga Abomination, which I've painted up to look like Leviathan from Season 2, Episode 11 of Hell of a Boss. And finally, here is the sea lion next to a Deep Cuts giant frog. But with all that being said, this pretty much wraps up my video on the sea lion, aka the sea cat, and I think it turned out nicely. I really like how The greens really complemented each other, really bringing in all those details. And it's a nice enough monster design. I think it's really unique. How many games let you have a scaly, amphibious lion mermaid? Because that's basically what this is. It's just a mermaid lion. That's dope, right? But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Do take care. Have a great night. And I'll see you in the next video.